speaking of cursed, brings us to our next movie.
Spooky movie. The Pact from 2012. Feeling obligated to return home for the funeral of the mother she despised, Annie soon senses an evil presence in her childhood home.
Hi, baby. Can you see Mommy?
I can hear you, but I can't see you.
Can you see me now, baby?
Yeah? Mommy, who's that behind you?
I'm really worried about Nicole. I don't know where she is.
Hey, Nicole! Nicole?
I need your help. I can communicate with the other side, but you've got to go back in the house.
You lived 16 years in this house. You have no memory of this room.
Oh, God.
Dini, what did you see? It's where they go! Where they go! Down, down, down!
Oh, God.
Yeah.
This movie was...
Not spooky at all.
Yeah, this is like one of those horror movies that is just trying to do jump scares and...
Yeah. Now, if you heard last week, I was pretty
excited
for this movie, and let me tell you, it was a waste of my time.
Yeah, it stars, I think she's Black Canary in Arrow. So I like
Her
that.
name is Caity Lotz.
Yeah. I like the actress. Like, she was fine in the movie. Like,
Yeah, it wasn't for her acting.
it was just boring. So
really boring. Be honest, I fell asleep on it, and then had to watch the end like a couple days ago.
Yeah, it's one of those movies where so it opens up with a woman like chatting with her daughter on the phone.
Yeah, on like a video chat.
Yeah, because she's at her mother's house because her mother recently passed away,
Yes.
and they're getting their personal items in order.
And so apparently her sister didn't want to come with because her mother abused them or did something to them there.
Yeah.
Apparently it was bad memories there.
Yeah.
And
A broken home for sure.
yeah, but it was their mom's funeral, so the one sister feels the need to be there.
Yeah.
While on the video chat, her daughter's like, "Mommy, who's that behind you?" And she looks behind her, and it's just an open door, like a closet door.
Yeah. I think we get to see just something for a second.
Yeah,
too,
maybe
right?
just a flash or something.
Yeah, the movie, the first like 20 minutes is all just like trying to do cheap scares and like a lot of like build-ups to nothing.
Yeah.
But go on with the...
Yeah, and so she gets oh no, the daughter, the video chat ends, just cuts out. Which, I don't even understand why. Like, now knowing the end of the movie, I really don't understand why the video chat cut out. But it cuts out.
Yeah.
And, oh no, she was on the neighbor's Wi-Fi. That's what it was.
Okay, yeah. Not using LTE, though. You'd think it would, like, I don't know, every time my phone drops Wi-Fi, it immediately connects to LTE, so.
Yeah.
But this was, like, 2013 or something, so.
2012.
2012.
But then she decides to walk to the door. Like everybody in their right mind wouldn't. And next thing you know, she's gone. We don't see what happens to her. She's just gone.
Yeah. So cue Black Canary looking for her.
Yeah.
Her sister.
Yeah, she goes to the house.
And brings the daughter?
No, she did.
Because the daughter ends up at the house. Okay.
The friend that the mother left, or her sister left her daughter with, came with her. No, they didn't come with her. They met her there for
and then
whatever
just
reason.
dropped the daughter off. It was just like, all right, you're prob now.
Because I guess it was actually time for the funeral when they
came. Which it still seems weird that the friend would just be like, hey, here's the daughter of the missing woman at a funeral. Take care of this
why
shit.
Why did the chick leave the daughter in the first place if she was going to come anyway? It's like she knew she was going to die or something.
Yeah. So basically there's a ghost.
Yeah, there's a ghost in there.
It's like fucking with her. It's like throwing her around. At one point, she ends up taking a knife to the ghost.
Yeah, I don't even know why this ghost was abusing her. Like, now knowing the ending. This movie sucked.
Yeah. So, basically, it's like 40 minutes of the ghost fucking with this woman.
Yeah, so then she finally decides to investigate it. And because she finds a picture. And in the picture, it's just like this ghostly figure that looks like her mother in a park pointing up or something. But it turns out it's not her mother. It's some lady that her mother knew that got murdered by someone. And so she goes and gets this chick that she went to school with, I believe, and had heard that she had a connection to the other world. And
she's basically a meth head, though, because she picks her up at a crack house, so apparently meth lets you communicate with the dead.
Yeah, either that or she just has seen some shit and meth makes it better.
Either way, there's clearly meth involved.
Yeah.
So with the crackhead spiritual lady...
yeah, they go to the house.
Yeah.
And the chick starts screaming like Judas. And after some more investigating... The sister, the main character, goes and finds out that there was a Judas serial killer. Now, this Judas serial killer killed this chick who's haunting her, and the chick who's haunting her only wants for that mystery to be solved, and for her killer to be killed by this chick. So that's why she was beating her ass this whole time.
Yeah, which
makes no sense. So in retrospect, I'm like, how? This movie sucks.
So then the meth handler, the handler of the meth head, is like, we gotta take her out of this.
Meth head handler.
Yeah.
Her bodyguard or something.
Yeah, he's like, fuck this, takes her out of there. And then someone she meets earlier goes to the house.
Yeah, a cop came after her because after her sister disappeared, the lady that the sister left her daughter with disappeared too. So now she's in charge of the kid. Yeah. And this cop accuses her of basically killing these people. Yeah. And she's like, how? He had no basis. But would they do that in?
But he seemed kind of off. Like, he seemed like that drunk detective type of thing where he's like seen too much shit, doesn't really care anymore.
Yeah, like he survived True Detectives or something.
Yeah. So he goes to the house with no one around, and you end up seeing him get like stabbed.
Just stabbed in the neck. I was like, whoa. It's like, this movie just got real violent.
Yeah, it's like, oh shit, the ghost can stab people in the neck, or the girl snapped and stabbed him in the neck. But they never really solve that. Like she eventually returns to the house.
Yeah, they solve that kind of, but she does more investigating, and that's when she finds out that her mother had a brother that she never knew about, and so the brother had disappeared after 1980 for some reason. Yeah, and eventually she basically finds out. She goes back to the meth chick. Yeah. And the meth chick tells her, like, I can help you by teaching you something.
How to use a Ouija board.
Yeah, but she made, like, a makeshift one, just drew the letters on a table.
Yeah, on, like, the floor, I think. Yeah.
And so she gets in touch with this chick named Jennifer Gritz or something. Yeah. Jennifer Glitz. And the chick, that's when the ghost tells her, I just want you to get revenge for me. And right when she's asking the question, she's like, below. She's like, below what? And you just hear the guy come from underneath. Yeah, which is apparently her uncle who's been living in the basement
since the 80s. Yeah. So the dude's like super skinny, like she hides behind a curtain.
Yeah, he's not malnutritioned or anything either. He's just skinny.
Yeah, he goes like for some reason he uses like a trap door.
A trap door to get out of this door that he puts the bed in front of the actual
even though
door.
There's a usable door right next to it, and that'd be so much easier. So he just
goes like shimmies through.
Yeah, he just shimmies through, and he goes to the fridge because he thinks he's alone. and he's just like eating SpaghettiOs or some shit out of the fridge, and just like going crazy because I guess he knows like, oh, I don't know when she's coming back, so I just got to eat whatever I can now. And the woman's just basically watching him, and she's just like, oh shit, this dude's been living under here
for who knows how long.
Yeah, and he's the one who's been murdering people. Yes. So,
which is her uncle apparently.
Yeah, she eventually goes down into the below area, which I guess is a crawl space because it's not like tall or anything.
Yeah,
it's not, it's not a full size basement. And then while down there, she finds her sister's body,
and the
cop's body, and luckily the cop has a gun.
The gun still, because apparently this dude was like, "Fuck it, I'm not gonna check him for any weapons."
Yeah, so she takes the gun upstairs. And then
she hides
behind a curtain again.
For like 10 minutes, he's looking around. Then she finally, after him being out the room for so long, he comes back in the room. Is about to go back down in his below area, I guess.
But she decides to cock the gun.
Yeah, to put a whole clip in. Like, that's going to make noise.
Yeah, at that point, it's going to make noise. Cock it, and then just go.
Yeah.
But she does it slowly, where she has to pull back the magazine or whatever.
And then she like kicks something by accident, so she doesn't even make the noise where he notices from the gun. She kicks something out from under the curtain, and he's like, "What?" And then she decides to try and shoot,
which she misses. Yeah,
and he hits her in the head with a board.
Yeah, and then he hits her in the board, and then locks her in the closet,
like to a pipe.
Yeah, which I thought was kind of smart.
That was really smart.
Because I didn't ever think of someone doing that.
No.
Just like, oh yeah, ponytails are bad.
Tied her arms together and then locked her in a closet. Now, she was strong. She, like, shouldered her way out of this closet from, like, 1 inch.
Yeah.
It's like a Bruce Lee 1 inch shoulder.
Yeah, and then was able to get a coat hanger enough to undo the stuff on her arms. And she ends up, like, stabbing the fuck out of him with that.
Yeah, she stabbed him right in the abs with it.
Yeah.
And then stole his knife. Used the knife to cut her hair so she could get free. And then...
shot him?
Yeah, because the guy was actually about to come kill her with the hanger. Because she was just flailing everywhere with the weapon.
Yeah.
And then the ghost just pulls her into a room right next to the gun. And she shoots him in the head.
Yeah. And then
they show that his eyes are 2 different colors. Blue and green.
Which means... that's probably why the mother treated her like shit, because she was like a rape baby.
Yeah, because...
I get, right? That's
something...
because that meant...
her mother said she did something terrible that she never wanted her to know, though. That's what, like, somebody that knew her mother said.
Yeah.
So maybe it was consensual.
Yeah, but either way, that's probably why...
was her daddy.
That's probably why the home was broken, because, like, that... the mother probably abused her because it was, like, regret.
Yeah.
Or, like...
why did I do this?
Yeah, which is why she's all like, I'm on my underwear riding motorcycles.
Yeah, right. Oh, yeah, she was about to leave that little girl. Something happened in the haunted house.
Yeah,
one night.
Early on.
Yeah, well, like when the first night she got the little girl. And she just runs out in her underwear, gets on her
motorcycle,
bike, and was about to book it. And the little girl walks outside like, hey, I'm still here.
What's going on?
She's like, oh, yeah.
Yeah, so the movie just ends that way, and I guess you get a little teaser that the guy might still be alive.
Yeah, he opened his eyes, but he got shot in the fucking head.
Wasn't he still behind a curtain?
Yeah, he's behind a curtain somehow.
Which is just like, you would think she would, like, kill him and then immediately call the cops and, like, hey, this creepy man's murdering 2 people, and he's there.
I hated this movie, man.
Yeah, but it brings up a good point of just, like, the ghost can clearly fuck with people.
Yeah, but
it did not fuck with him, who's been living there the entire time.
Maybe because he killed her, she couldn't exact her revenge.
That's a stupid ghost.
It is a stupid ghost. So then you have to terrorize someone else until they're interested enough to help you out.
Then
with what you need.
Slam people into the bad guy until they're dead.
Just take them and start beating the bad guy.
Oh man, that bothered me so much because it was just like the ghost could have solved this problem a long time ago.
The first time I was watching before I fell asleep, the whole time I was like, what the fuck is going on?
Yeah.
Just nothing is happening.
When they finally do the big twist of like, it's actually a dude that's into the basement. I was so cheap.
They thought it was the mom hunting them, and then they found out that it was the other chick hunting them, and then they found out that it was because this guy killed her.
Yeah, and when you find out he's been living there the entire time, it just kind of felt cheap and a twist for a twist's sake.
Every time they tried to get help, they accidentally killed somebody or made too much noise and he killed them. And so Whoops.
Yeah. So what did? Let's just end this one because there's not much.
They gave the Pact a 2 out of 5 on my Netflix. I'd give it a 1.
Yeah, I believe Netflix gave it a 3 for me, which is super disappointing. And I'm probably gonna go with a 1.5.
Ooh, being a little more generous. It wasn't for.
I like the actor. The actor was. I really like her. She's probably like one of the only good actresses in Arrow.
Yeah, I hate that show. People are probably gonna be like, "What? You hate the Arrow?"
No. Arrow's got like some of the worst acting.
Okay.
Like,
my old roommate was really into it, and I'm like, "Dude, this show sucks."
I stopped watching it. If you're gonna watch one of the shows, The Flash is perfect.
I started The Flash. I enjoyed it, but I didn't want to commit.
Season 2 is just like amazing.
I just started Powers, that PlayStation show.
It's super low budget though. I
couldn't
get into it. It's so
that's
cheap.
What I said.
This is when we get on a tangent because
that
it's
much more.
Apparently, season 2 has more budget.
I assume so. That's why I'm kind of binging.
Yeah, but like I remember watching the trailer and being like, "Man, this looks like a Crackle original series."
When he took dude's head off, I was like, "That's so cool," but the effect.
It's so
shit. Just like, yeah, come on, man.
yeah. Powers is one of those things where I eventually plan to get to it, but the Flash has been so good. Again, the Pact sucks so bad, so we're talking about the Flash and Powers.
All right.
Let's just move on to the third movie.